Hey there, everyone, and welcome back to Utility Sports. Today, we've got breaking news on a defensive end here signing a one-year deal worth up to $10 million. I would have to assume that is based off incentives. That is Jadeveon Clowney. He is joining the Cleveland Browns there. And this move makes a lot of sense. Ian Rappaport's the one who broke it down to ESPN. And now at this point, this is what we're seeing. Jadeveon Clowney landing in Cleveland. All year long, we've been saying they need to find a defensive edge who can go across from Myles Garrett. And I think Jadeveon Clowney is the perfect fit for it, actually, at this point. I know he didn't have a lot of production in the last couple of years. In Tennessee, he didn't even have a single sack, actually, before his season was cut short with a season-ending injury. In Seattle, he didn't get after the quarterback a ton either. But the thing is, it's not all about sacks, especially when you're going to be across from Myles Garrett. Jadeveon Clowney is an absolute beast in the run game. He is well worth every single penny of this contract just based off of what his run game potential is on the defensive side of the ball. He's very, very, very good in the run game, can get off the line of scrimmage, stays out well, contains plays. I think he's a very, very well-rounded player when it comes to the run game. And he also generates pressure. Even though he doesn't get home all the time to a quarterback, he does generate some pressure. He is going to be a very nice piece for Cleveland and for that defense. You're looking at a big-time improvement there at that opposite edge spot from Myles Garrett. Jadeveon Clowney was at his best when he was pass rushing across from J.J. Watt. Now he's going to Cleveland, where they have arguably the best young pass rusher in the NFL in Myles Garrett, and they're bringing in another quality one here in Jadeveon Clowney, someone who can generate some pressure, also be very impactful in the run game. Now you're looking at Cleveland having a real opportunity to probably address linebacker in round one of the NFL draft, and this defense is starting to look very, very scary. They brought in John Johnson III into that secondary. Denzel Ward is a stud cornerback. I also think Grant Delpit was a nice pick for them. I'm assuming he takes over that starting safety spot next to John Johnson, but it's possible we could also see Ronnie Harrison still back there. You're also looking at Greedy Williams maybe getting a step up in that role. All in all, this Cleveland Browns team is much improved. They're going to continue improving this roster. I think Jadeveon Clowney is a great starting point. They need to get a little bit more help on that defensive line. I think he brings that to Cleveland. Now you're looking at Cleveland. All eyes are going to be on that linebacker spot. I would be very surprised if round one they don't spend a pick on a linebacker unless something unforeseeable happens. You know, maybe a great talent at another position falls. Maybe a stud cornerback, a guy like J.C. Horn, or possibly if a great wide receiver option is still on the board, someone like Devontae Smith. Now, I don't expect those things to happen, but that's really the only way I would see the Browns not addressing linebacker now at this point. I guess D-end isn't necessarily out of the question since Clowney's only on a one-year deal. Maybe they could look at finding someone who's going to be a long-term option to replace Clowney. But at this point, I think all signs are pointing to a linebacker in round one during the NFL draft. Hopefully you guys did enjoy today's video. If you did, let me know in the comments below what you think about Jadeveon Clowney's contract with the Browns. I think this is a great move for Cleveland. I think he's going to be phenomenal there. They needed help in that department on the opposite edge spot. I think he brings in exactly what they've needed across from Myles Garrett. It's also going to help Myles Garrett not see as many double teams. Now he's probably still going to get doubled more frequently than most players, but I think this is going to limit that a little bit. Jadeveon Clowney, a very good signing here, in my opinion. And hopefully he comes in healthy and productive next year for the Cleveland Browns. We'll see what they do in the draft. Make sure you guys are subscribed so you don't miss out on any of the content here at Utility Sports. Thank you guys so much, and we'll catch you in the very next video.